Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach Gumalak Yahushai. Right, Yahweh being named of the Heavenly Father, who the world will call God, and Yahweh Shai being named of His only begotten Son, who the world will ignorantly call Jesus Christ. All right, this is Brother Kasadia from W5 Jersey, Philly. Right, we want to touch on, man, is making sure that you building your house, right, and you leading your household, right, in the right direction. Right, you building your house upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and not these false doctrines that's out here. Right, I know brothers that read the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, the book of Jubilees, the book of whatever. Brothers that's in damn Islam, brothers that's getting down with Greek philosophy, brothers that's getting down with Egyptology, whatever. We can't be getting down with none of those things in these last days, man. Knowing what time we in, knowing all hell's about to break loose on this earth, you need to make sure that you spiritually discern and you rightly divine the word of truth. That you getting deep in these scriptures, man, and that you doing what you got to do. The Lord say, let me get this precept real quick. All right, we're going to start out with the book of Sirach. All right, this is where we need to be at in these last days, man. We need to be up in his word. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 34. It's like it. Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 24. It reads, and put thy feet into her fetters and thy neck into her chain. Right, it's talking about wisdom. We need to be submitting to wisdom and understanding. Just like how a husband or a wife should be submitting to her husband, or a man of the Lord should be submitting to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and we need to be a man of the Lord should also be submitting to wisdom and understanding, man. Right? It says, put thy feet in her fetters and thy neck into her chain. Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go. So you want to grab a hold of wisdom. You don't want to let wisdom go nowhere, man. Right? You need to righteously, right, stalk after wisdom and understanding, man. Right? A man that's spiritual, he'll have the understanding to be able to know when he should be reading, when he should be studying, when he should be hopping to a breakdown. Right? That's a man of wisdom. You need to know that you need to be laboring in these last days. The brother Ariah put out a challenge, a video every day, and Lord willing, we're going to touch on that video every day. All right, so let's get into the book of Matthew, right? The parable of the rock or sand foundation. You don't want to be that man that's built on sand, which means you easily be diminished or easily crumbled in this thing. The Lord sent a little adversity, a little temptation your way, and you damn fumble, man. Right, so this is the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 24. And it reads, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. Right, so the man that's being a doer of the word and not a hearer, right? Let's get some precepts on this. You don't want to be that man. It's like, I'm gonna go to I need my deuce. But let me get this real quick. So you, like I mentioned, you don't want to be a man that's just a hearer of the word only. Right? You reading the scriptures, it's all cool and peaches and cream, but you're not actually up in this thing, man. What did the Lord tell you? This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Right? Because if you're just a hearer of the word only, then you're going to deceive your own self. The Lord said you're going to get jammed up in this thing, man. You don't want to be a man that's just a hearer only and not really doing and bringing out the cause. Slocky, can I get that? Right? So verse 23, it says, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. And your natural face is who you should be. You kind of holding the glass. You're really not there for real, right? You hearing his word. Brothers is breaking down his word. You reading the scriptures, but you're not actually taking heed to it. You don't want to be like that, man. Let's get another precept on this. Right, Salaki, let me kind of put this here real quick. All right, let's go to the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 33, I believe. And we're going to start at verse 31. Ezekiel 33 and 31. All right. And it reads, Ezekiel 33 and 31. I believe this is what I want. And it reads, it says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. And they hear thy words, but they will not do them. That's Israel. Israel is allowed to hear the words of the Lord. Right? We got brothers and sisters come out there every Shabbat, every time we go out there and teach. It's like they love to come and hear the word, but they never actually doing anything about it. They never actually taking heed to the words of the Lord. Reading on, it says, it's like where was we at? And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. Right, because they want to take heed to things that don't really mean a damn thing. Vanity. Our people is very vain. We like to go to the damn strip club. We like to go to whatever. We like to be on damn social media. We like to be on Clubhouse just to be on Clubhouse, right? Not really, actually being edified. You want to be in them secret rooms. The Lord not dealing with them secret rooms on Clubhouse. He's not dealing with a man that's doing secret activities and not serving the Most High God. All right, let's get another precept on this. Let's go to the book of Romans chapter 2. All right, this is the book of Romans chapter 2 and verse 13. Romans 2 and 13, it says, for not the hearers of the law are just before the Most High. Right, the Lord said, just because you're hearing these words, that don't mean you're going to make it in this thing. Every day you will listen to one video. When the Lord come back, well, hold on, Lord, I was listening to a video every day. I was hearing all the breakdowns and getting all the understanding. I know the truth. Well, Lord, I don't care if you know the truth. What you do about it? Did you take it and did you make something out of it? Right? Did you go ahead and flip your talents? Like I tell you in the book of Luke, the 19th chapter, I believe. Did you do what you're supposed to do spiritually? Right? Did you take that lamp, right? And be one of the wise virgins in the book of Matthew, the 25th chapter. That's a doer of the word, not just a hearer. It says, but the doers of the law shall be justified. So you can't just live by faith only, right? A man may say he had faith, right? But hey, you got to show your faith by your works. Paraphrasing the book of James, the 2nd chapter. All right, so let's go to the book of Matthew. Let's go back to Matthew chapter 7, and we have Matthew 7 and verse 25. It's 24 again. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And that rock is talking about the Lord Yahushua. We're all supposed to be built on the Lord Yahushua, right? Let's get a precept. Right, the Lord Yahushua, right? He is that chief cornerstone. When you building a house, if you ever got into architecture or you're looking at, you might look at I believe they got on HGTV. Right, I used to watch that with my mom back in the day. But there's different different series of men, and they out there building damn houses and building so-called dream homes. Well, they show how they build it and what they kind of lay the foundation on. When you build a foundation of a house, that needs to be the most firmest part. Else the whole house is going to break down. What we telling you today is, you as being a spiritual house, and we're going to get the precepts, right? Let me get the precepts real quick before we continue on. You being a spiritual house, you need to build your house upon the Lord Yahushua. So this is 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 4. It says, to whom coming as unto a lively stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of Yahweh and precious. Right, Yahushua is that lively stone that makes all the builders alive and quicken in the spirit. That's St. John chapter 6 and verse 63 on down. It says, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house. Right, so we built up a spiritual house. The Lord allowing us to build this spiritual temple, and we're putting and laying the foundation day by day. Like I tell you in Nehemiah, the 2nd chapter, in the 4th chapter, we out there spiritually, getting busy, man. All right, let's get another precept on that, because we're the temple of the Lord. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 1. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, and our earthly house of this tabernacle is our body, these bodies we in, this flesh. It says, if it were dissolved, we have a building of Yahweh, and house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. Meaning we have our spiritual body ready for us to, step into. If you got ears to hear. One more precept that we the temple of the Lord. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and I'm going to start at verse 19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of Yahweh, and ye are not your own? For ye are brought with a price, therefore glorify Yahweh in your body and in your spirit, which are Yahweh's. Right? This body doesn't belong to us. We're so-called writing this thing out. Nothing in this earth belongs to us. We're in prison. It tell you that in 1 Peter 3:19. The Lord is preaching to our spirits in prison. Right now, he sent me as a messenger to preach to your spirit that's in prison. All right, so we out here trying to get our brothers and sisters out of damn prison, man. All right, damn massive prison break. Right, when we enter into the bodies. Now again, we as these are our houses, we need to have our houses built upon a strong and sure foundation, which is none other than the Lord Yahushua. It's not Islam, it's not Christianity, it's not Egyptology, it's not Buddhism, it's not none of those things, man. It's not a damn thing but the Lord Yahushua. That's the only foundation you need to be built on, man. This is Psalm chapter 118 and verse 22. It says, the stone which the builders refuse is become the headstone of the corner. This is Yahweh's doing. It is marvelous in his eyes. It's like in our eyes. All right, so the headstone of the corner is Yahushua. He's that foundation, that rock that we should all be built upon. The Lord Yahushua used Peter, which is to be the rock of the house of the Lord. Right, the church is being built up today, but nevertheless, right, ultimately that chief cornerstone is Yahushua. Let's get another precept on that. So we need to all be built upon the Lord Yahushua. That's the only way you're gonna make it in this thing. If you're one of them builders that thought you can do it another way, well, you're not gonna make it. Ain't no other way but the Lord Yahushua. Did he say, I'm the way, the truth, the life? No man cometh unto the Father but by me. St. John 14:6. So if you're thinking you're going some other place, hey, you ain't gonna make it, man. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2 and verse 19. It says, now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of Yahweh, and are built upon a foundation of the apostles and prophets. Did they build on Islam? Did they build on Catholicism? Was they Greek philosophers? Was they getting down with Zeus and Pallades and different all those different things like that? Hell no, man. Was it getting down with Newton? Sitting down with a so-called apple under the apple tree with Newton? Was they getting down like that? Did they go study at the church of or the damn library of Alexandria in Egypt? Hell no, man. We had mighty men that served the Most High God and believed in his son Yahushua. Right, reading on. It says, and prophets, Yahushua Mashiach himself, being the chief cornerstone, in whom are all the building fitly framed together, groweth unto an holy temple in the Lord, in whom ye also are built it together for an habitation of Yahweh through the Spirit. Right, so we're all should be built upon Yahweh by Shemel Shai. Right, let's get another precept. Right, because like we mentioned, it's the only way. This is the only way. And it's the book of Acts, chapter 4 and verse 11. It says, I'll start at 10. Be it known unto you all, and to all the people of Israel, that by the name of Yahweh Mashiach of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom Yahweh raised from the dead, even by him doth this man stand here before you whole. This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which become the head of the corner. Right, so being the head of the corner, meaning he's the root, he's the foundation. Right? Remember, Yahushua is that foundation. He's the root in the book of Romans 11 chapter. Right? He's the firstborn creation in the book of Colossians, the first chapter. It's Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. And again, if you're doing it some other way, you think you got some other mystical way, you can go up another door and kind of creep down on the wall and still make it in. You ain't gonna make it, man. All right? And that's as simple as that. I'm kind of getting anxious. You need to know that you need to stop playing around with the Lord. So don't be that man that built his foundation upon some sand. Because when them floods come in, which is some other nations, also these different doctrines, and you're going to be tempted and drawn away, and you ain't going to make it. So let's go back to the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 25. It says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon a house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And that's how we want to be. When those rains descend, when those floods come, when those winds blow, and it beats upon a house, it's going into the different temptations of the spiritual demon Satan. Whether he's sending actual men our way, because man is referred to as a flood as well. Right, let's go to Psalm 144 and verse 7. Psalm 144 and 7. Let's get this. Psalm 144 and 7. And it reads, It says, send thine hand from above, rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children. Right? So that David asked the Lord to rid me from these strange waters, these floods that's compassing my neck, these different enemies that's besieging me and trying to come through and take me away and wash me away like a flood would. Right? You know, a flood kind of, them damn hurricanes, man, they kind of take, if you got your damn dog might take your dog. You know, there's a movie called Cutthroat City, and it's going into the Hurricane Katrina and the different things that happened in New Orleans at the time. Right? So the damn hurricane came, the damn dogs was washed out the earth, the damn buildings crumbled and whatnot, and it was pushed up the street. When the levees broke, right, which is ultimately by design by the so-called white man, but nevertheless, the Most High did it, and these things are washed away. So you don't be washed away like a flood. When these heathen come in, when they kicking down your door, you kind of giving up, because you ain't never believe in the Lord. You never built your house upon Yahweh by Shem Shai. So David is asking the Lord, hey, not to allow him to go through those things, man. Let's get another precept on this. Let's go to Psalm chapter 124. All right, Psalm chapter 124, and I'm going to start at verse 3. Psalm 124 and 3. It says, then they had swallowed us up quick. And who is the they? The heathen, the other nations that's trying to come through and besiege us. Remember, we're the temple of the Lord, and this is going to be the third abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, where they're going to come through and they're going to besiege the temple of the Lord again. It's not a physical temple we got out there in Jerusalem, because we're not in Jerusalem right now, but it's a spiritual temple, and this is these bodies that we in. We're building up the spiritual temple of the Lord right now. They tell you that in Hosea chapter 6 and verse 1 on down, and the book of Revelation chapter 11 and verse 2 on down, right? That we building up the temple of the Lord, man. Reading on. It says, when their wrath was kindled against us, then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be Yahweh, who had not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. And who is those we that escaped? It's those that built their foundation upon the Lord, man. All right. Isn't it the whole prayer in Psalm 23rd chapter is going into the Lord being our shepherd, our rock? Isn't the Lord our rock? How you going to build upon something else when the Lord's supposed to be your rock? Don't you believe in the Most High God? Don't you know you believe in him? He's going to protect you from all these different devils and different temptations that come after you. Didn't the Lord tell you in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13, right? The Lord's not going to give you any temptation that's not common to man. Nothing you can't overcome, the Lord's not going to give you over to that. Why would you want to see a servant fall? So you need to believe in the Lord, man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and with all your soul. Lead not to thy own understanding. And it's the book of Psalm chapter 23 and verse 1. Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall not want. Meaning we're not going to lack in this thing. The Lord's not going to allow us to be driven away by the damn heathen as long as you believe in the Lord. It says he maketh me to lie down in green pasture. He leadeth me beside still waters. The still waters is his word. The Lord brings us to this word, allows us as sheep to drink. We drinking of this water abundantly. And this water is the wisdom of the Lord. Let's get a quick precept. You want to be drinking of the wisdom of the Lord, man. Right? You don't want to be jammed up in them days when all the sheep is drinking and you the only sheep that's damn dying. Your damn bones is your damn skin is cleaving to your bones. Your fat waxing worse and worse. This is Sirach chapter 15 and verse 3. It says, with the bread of understanding shall she feed him, meaning wisdom, and give him the water of wisdom to drink. So our mother wisdom would give us water to drink, right? Which is the wisdom understanding. And allow our soul to not be spiritually parched anymore. So you need to trust in the Lord, man. Right? He's our rock. Right? Let's go back to the book of Matthew. All right. Let's go back to the book of Matthew, the 7th chapter. This is Matthew chapter 7 and verse 26. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And you don't want to be building your house upon the sand. When you building your house upon the sand, you're not going to make it, man. We didn't mention it already, right? But the Lord is going to allow these devils to come through, whether it's doctrines and different doctrines hop on your mind, and you be tossed to and fro, and you be taken out of this thing. I know a lot of brothers that's taken out of this thing, man. The Lord had them in this for a period of time, but they wasn't really rooted and grounded in this thing, and the Lord snatched them up out this thing. And now look at them. You see their fruits. It's scattered. And it's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 14. Ephesians 4 and 14. It says that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine. You don't want to be tossed to and fro like the wind. You kind of Aaliyah in this thing. You kind of ride the boat. You don't want to be doing that, man. The Lord gonna kind of, hey, do what he did to Aaliyah. Right? If you got ears to hear. And carried about with every wind of doctrine. Right? The damn doctrine just coming like a wind, just kind of grab you up and you just out of there with it. Book of Mormon, okay, I'm out. Book of Jasher, okay, I'm out. Book of Enoch, all right, I'm over there. Book of whatever. Come on, man. You gotta be, come on. You gotta be rooted and grounded. You gotta be 10 toes down in this thing. That's how the Lord is dealing with men. Men not gonna budge. Men not gonna move. Men is gonna hold fast to what we have learned. Right? Reading on. It says, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive, but speaking in truth and love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Hamashiach. Right? I'm gonna read on. For whom the whole body fitly joined together. Right? Just like we read in Ephesians 2nd chapter, the whole body of the Lord is fitly together. Right? We all join together. Those that truly serve the Lord, those that's built upon the Lord. It says, compacted by that which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, maketh increase of the body into the edifying of itself in love. And that's how you want to be. You want to be able to increase the body. You want to be able to wax stronger and stronger for the Lord to seal the elect and get your people out of here. Isn't this what you're doing this for? Don't you really want your people out of here? Is it for you to have your heart know itself and discover itself? Or do you want to actually get your people out of here? You know this is the truth. Why you in them other doctrines? Why you still then put off Islam? You still 1 foot in with Yahweh, 1 foot in with damn worshiping the cobblestone, calling them Allah. Right? So you don't want to be that brother that's jammed up in this thing. Let's get another precept on this. You don't want to be that brother or sister. There's a lot of sisters, man. Sisters be doing damn witchcraft. Still got your sage in your house. You got some damn frankincense. You got frankincense on the side. You got sage on the left side. You burning sage while you burning the incense. Talking about, sir, Yahweh Shemai Shai, but I need to get these spirits in my house. The Lord putting them spirits in your house because you damn burning sage. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 3. You damn playing on the Ouija board. Come on, man. Damn, talking about I want to conjure up my ancestors. My ancestors talked to me last night. I need to go talk to them today. And it's the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 9. Be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines, for it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace. This is the grace. The Lord allowed us to understand his truth. The Lord woke us back up to being Hebrew Israelites. That's the grace. Your heart need to be established with grace and not with meats, meaning not with these different doctrines. Things that don't pertain to you. You getting too deep in this thing. Stick with the milk. You ain't able to swim yet. Why the hell you in a damn 7 feet, 10 feet damn deep water? You better stick to you putting your feet in there. Got your feet, you kind of kicking your feet up. You got the little joint around your stomach. The little balloon. I forget what it's called. Got a damn life jacket on. You chill with that. All right, spiritually, if you got ears to hear. Don't get yourself caught out there and you never left a trail. You never told nobody you was going in the water, in a deep, deep water. Now you out there, man. Now you lost. Kind of dry up on a damn random ass island with Jeffrey Epstein. And he damn popping women in there. He got you next. Because you want to be going too deep if you got ears to hear. Reading on. It says, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein. Right, so getting too deep in this thing doesn't profit you. You stick with the KJV, you stick with the Apocrypha, you build your house upon Yahweh Shemai Shai, upon the word, don't get too deep, and you gonna fare well in this thing. So finishing out the book of Matthew chapter 24, it's like Matthew chapter 7 and verse 27. Matthew 7:27. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. And you don't want to be like that house that fell, and great was the fall of it. Because you're going to fall and fall some more. With that, this brother Kasadia from WFI Jersey, Philly. Of course, we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach Umalak Yahushai, La Allah Nawa Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, La Allah Nawa Kayak Chakatat Ba Kwame Asharala, Shalom.